Welcome to this lecture on risk-based internal control design. In this session, we'll explore how organizations can design and implement internal controls that are directly aligned with their most significant risks, making controls more strategic, efficient, and effective. Traditional control systems often rely on standardized checklists or compliance-driven frameworks. While these can ensure consistency, they may not address the organization's unique risk profile. A risk-based approach, on the other hand, ensures that resources are focused where they matter most, on the risks that could most significantly impact objectives. Let's begin by defining risk-based internal control design. It's a structured process for identifying key risks to achieving organizational goals, evaluating their likelihood and impact, and developing control activities specifically tailored to mitigate those risks. This approach aligns internal control management with enterprise risk management (ERM) principles. Every control exists to mitigate a risk. By understanding that connection, organizations can avoid redundant controls and strengthen those that matter. For example, a control that reviews vendor payments addresses the risk of duplicate or fraudulent disbursements. When risks are clearly identified, control design becomes more intentional and effective. 2. A risk-based control design process typically involves 5 key steps. Step 1. Identify risks. Start with a risk assessment. Identify internal and external risks that could prevent the organization from meeting its objectives. These may include financial, operational, compliance, strategic, or reputational risks. Input should come from across departments to ensure completeness. Step 2. Assess risk severity. Evaluate each risk in terms of its likelihood and impact. Use qualitative or quantitative methods, such as risk scoring matrices, to rank risks by priority. High likelihood and high impact risks deserve the most attention. Step 3. Design targeted controls. Develop control activities that directly address key risks. Each control should have a clear purpose and owner. To mitigate the risk of unauthorized access, implement multi-factor authentication and periodic access reviews. To address inaccurate reporting, establish automated reconciliations and management reviews. To reduce fraud risk, enforce segregation of duties and approval limits. Avoid adding controls simply for compliance. Focus on those that add measurable risk mitigation value. Step 4. Evaluate control effectiveness. Once designed, controls should be tested for both design and operational effectiveness. This ensures they function as intended and provide adequate coverage for the risks identified. Redundant or low-impact controls can be streamlined or eliminated to improve efficiency. Step 5. Monitor and adapt. Risks evolve constantly. Economic changes, technology shifts, and regulatory updates can create new vulnerabilities. Continuous monitoring and periodic reassessment ensure that control systems remain relevant and responsive. Leadership plays a key role in defining the organization's risk appetite, the amount of risk it is willing to accept in pursuit of its objectives. Controls should be designed accordingly. For example, a company with a low tolerance for financial errors might require dual approvals for all payments, while a high-growth startup might accept some operational risk to maintain agility. 4. Risk-based internal control design works best when integrated into the broader ERM framework. Risk owners and control owners collaborate to align control strategies with organizational objectives. This integrated approach enables smarter decision-making and ensures that controls support, not hinder, strategic growth. A risk-based control system delivers multiple advantages. Focuses effort on high-impact areas instead of spreading resources thin. Adapts quickly to emerging risks. Effectiveness. Ensures that every control serves a clear purpose. Provides management with a clear view of how controls mitigate specific risks. Let's look at an example. A global logistics company conducted a risk assessment and discovered that manual data entry errors in shipment tracking were causing financial losses and customer dissatisfaction. Instead of adding more reviews, management implemented automated data validation controls at the input stage and real-time monitoring dashboards. The result was a significant reduction in errors and improved operational performance, an outcome achieved through targeted, risk-based control design. Technology enhances risk-based control design by providing data-driven insights. Tools like risk management software, data analytics platforms, and control mapping systems help organizations identify control gaps, monitor performance, and predict emerging risks. Automation can replace repetitive manual controls, freeing teams to focus on analysis and strategic improvement. Clear ownership is essential. Each control should have a designated owner responsible for performance and monitoring. Governance structures, such as audit committees or risk councils, ensure oversight, prioritization, and accountability. In summary, risk-based internal control design shifts the focus from compliance to strategy. By linking controls directly to key risks, organizations can improve performance, reduce redundancy, and respond dynamically to change. This approach strengthens both governance and resilience, ensuring that internal controls add real value to the business. In our next lecture, we'll explore emerging trends in internal control, examining how automation, analytics, and AI are reshaping how organizations identify and mitigate risks in real time. Thank you for joining me in this session on risk-based internal control design.